Okay, we're now live. We're gonna give YouTube a few minutes, let them know that we're here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who sent me letters and emails and call during the transition of my father. I really appreciate that. My family and I are very happy that you all done that. We're really appreciative of that. I want to give a thanks to all of you all. You all was just magnificent. I had so many emails, phone calls, and text messages giving condolences to me for the passing of my father. I want to thank everybody for that. We had this home going service on yesterday, so it was a great time. Got to spend a lot of time with family and friends this past week during the whole transition. So that was good. It was a bad reason why we all got together, but it was good to see family and friends. The new dates for the hands-on live event will be out this week. So I have the new dates for people who have already purchased. You get a email from Teachable telling you about the new dates, so you can go pick your dates first, and then I'll make the announcements. Next week I'll make the announcements on the YouTube channel of the new dates. But this week I email it and give people who have already bought, give them a chance to go ahead and pick the dates that they want. It'll be out before Thursday, so you go out and pick the dates that you want, and then from there I'll come back on Monday and I'll make the announcements of the new dates. Also, we're gonna have the ice cream parlor course coming out this month. Also, not May, but in June. That'll be out in about 2 weeks. I have that released, and also on June 17th through the 20th. We're gonna be having a Juneteenth celebration down here in Selma, and I'm sort of responsible for. I'm responsible for the entertainment on the 17th, and then I'm gonna do a seminar on small business. I'm gonna have a car show on the 19th. On the 20th, they're gonna have a gospel celebration. So if you're in the area and you would like to come down and participate, we'd love to have you here. That's gonna be June 17th through the 20th. 17th is gonna be what we call live on Rayford, where we have a live concert downtown. On the 18th, I'm gonna do a business seminar. On the 19th, I'm gonna have a card show. I'm gonna be revealing the Kettle truck. Y'all seen it in the past, so I'll be bringing that back out. And then on the 20th, we'll have a gospel program. So we're gonna get into our topic for today. Like I say, because of everything that's happening, it's Memorial Day also. So I've cooked on the grill and my family there. So I'm gonna make this a little shorter so I can get back there and spend time with my family and whatnot. I cooked and ate, and then I ran down here. So I'm gonna be going back so I can spend time with family today too. So this gonna be a pretty short one. But what I want to talk about is something that came up this past week, talking to family and friends. Whenever we get together, I guess I become the old whipping board for everybody, and so a lot of times, a lot of the conversation, and I start to realize the conversation is not out of hate or anything. It's not about malice or anything they want to do to me. It's just the fact that I'm doing something that's a little bit different from everybody. And everybody, believe it or not, a lot of people want to hear about the things that I'm doing, and a lot of people want to question some of the stuff that I'm doing. So I become something that everybody like to talk to and about what I'm doing because I guess it just seems interesting. And more that I think about it now, it is very interesting what I do. But this past week, like I say, unfortunately for passing of my father, my family and friends, they were all at my parents' house, and we had celebration of his life. And the discussion came up. I guess I have totally graduated, and I personally, Mike Sneed, have became the man. I'm the man now. When they talk about the man holding you back and the man doing this and the man doing that, well, I have now transcended. I'm the man. So I'm the person now. It used to be everybody have heard this so many times. They bring these young, especially when people working in corporate America, or especially when they're working in manufacturing a lot in the factories and stuff like that. I've heard it so many times from family and friends. They bring these young college boys in here. They don't know what they're doing. I train them, then they get to be my boss, and I gotta tell them what to do. They don't know what they're doing. So that's one of the complaints that everybody say when they're working in factories and stuff. They'll bring guys in straight from college. The guys from college don't know anything, and they have to train them, and then they end up being the boss, and they got to ask me everything. They don't know nothing. Well, that's where I have became. I have became the guy who's the boss that don't know anything, and everybody else know more than me. So I was told this past weekend that I steal people business ideas. And I was like, I steal people business ideas. And I was surprised that the people who said I stole their business ideas. And I was like, how? And they was like, well, you come around and you talk to us about business, and then you take our ideas, and you go out and you start businesses, and we don't get no credit and we don't get no money for it. and I and And like I said, I was like, I'm stealing y'all business ideas. I was like, and I heard some people say, yeah, that's why I don't talk to him about business anymore. All he gonna do is steal your ideas and gonna make money off of it. Ain't gonna give you none. So I stopped even talking to him. so, as we talk more about it, I was trying to figure out, what ideas did I steal? And so what they were saying, stuff like, what happens when I get ready to start a business, I research several this. I research businesses all the time. Whenever I go someplace and I see a business and I'm trying to figure out how they're making their money, and if it look interesting to me, I go and research it and try to see behind the scenes on how they make their money. And then a lot of times, when I narrow it down to one or two businesses that I would like to try, uh, usually then I go to my family and friends and I ask them about those couple of businesses. Ask them, what do they think? What do you think about this business? What do you think about that business? And from there, we just have a conversation about it. So they're just telling me what they've seen at other places. They're telling me what they like at different businesses, stuff like that. But I did not realize, I did not think at any point in time that they would think that they were giving me the business ideas and that I was stealing it from them. Even though what happens, we talk about them, and then what happens from those one or two businesses that we talk about, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm always starting businesses. From those one or two that we talk about, I usually make one of them come into reality. And from there, the people, they think that I'm actually taking their ideas and actually not giving them credit and not giving them money, and I'm going out taking all their ideas and their I guess intellectual capital or whatever, and going to make money off of it, and because I couldn't figure it out by myself, and and what happens with this, it brings some bitter feelings sometimes to because people think they're thinking that, and I didn't realize that, and I didn't have the heart to tell them, I'm just doing it really to just bounce some stuff off of you, but I can still I can find out all the answers I need to know, especially like one of them was talking about the ice cream parlor business. I could easily told them I bought a business program for somebody who's been doing it for almost 30 years, and everything I need to know is in a business program. We're just talking, just cutting the monkey talking. That's all we were doing. But what I really need to know, I had to go purchase it. So I didn't buy your business. I didn't take your advice and go start a business. I bought a business program. And other things. Somebody told me, well, when I came to your parlor, I said I came to eat ice cream, and I said it'd be nice if you had some hot dogs. Next thing I know, you don't want to get a hot dog steamer. Well, that was something I had planned down the road anyway. It won't because you had mentioned it. That's something that's in the plan, and just because customers are coming here every day, because it used to be a hot dog place looking for hot dogs, it's a no-brainer that I have to eventually bring hot dogs or something in there. But they just stuff like that, and you have to be very mindful now that you all now are starting business, and I tell you, Mike Sneed done a bad job of integrating his businesses with his families. I've done a terrible job at that because with me, I didn't. It wasn't a conscious decision that I want to go into business. I got thrown out the. I just got thrown out the bus, and I got thrown out the boat because I got laid off and didn't have a job. That I had to actually uh, just go into business. It wasn't something that we decided. Unlike a lot of you all who are actually making a conscious decision that you all are going into business. So with me, I had to figure it out. And if you want to come in on the live, I'll take one or two callers. I'll put the link in. I didn't make a conscious decision. I came into business for survival. So I wasn't about trying to bring wife and immediate family and all that into it because I didn't know what business was all about. I was trying to figure it out. And so I didn't know how you're supposed to bring your spouses. I said spouses, your spouse. I didn't know how you're supposed to integrate your spouse in, your immediate family, your kids. I'm learning that now, but I'm having to go back and unravel a lot of stuff that I've done to make that work. How does this tie to ABC? With ABC, we have several families who have came. You know, husband and wife came together, husband, wife, and kids and stuff came together. Who there came and they're actually working together. And I wanted to tell you all that continue to do that because as you all go and you start to get real successful, you all business moves super fast, especially when you're in business. Like we only been doing this 2 years, and to go into the ABC Facebook page and come over to YouTube and see all the stuff that you all are doing, you would think all of y'all been in business 15, 20 years, and it feels like that now that everybody's been in business that long. So what happened? It starts to look real small. Like they say, 1 year for a 2-year-old is 50% of their life, and as they get older, 1 year when you're 60 years old is 160 of your life. It's not that much of a time, but I think in business it goes triple that. I think 2 months or 3 months of business is almost like 5 years of regular time because you're learning so much and you're doing so much. And especially when you start to get successful and things start to pick up, it's easy for people to lose sight of what you've done at the very beginning to get that business up and running. And it could put some distance between you, family, and friends, and you don't want that. And because we don't have I'm speaking now to African Americans in particular right now, because we don't have a lot of entrepreneurs at our immediate disposal. We kind of don't get to see what everything the entrepreneurship can do and all the stuff that you can do because of entrepreneurship. That's one of the things too that I have to be mindful of when I'm going back with old friends and stuff like that. I have to actually um, pull back a little bit. Some of the I'm not I don't downplay what I do, but I have to be mindful of some of the stuff I say and what's going on. Um, I had a great conversation yesterday with my cousin, if he's watching, Clarence, and with one of my father's friends that he grew up with. Well, Clarence, he's an engineer. He does well in life. He has a Camaro Super Sport, and he's getting ready to spend about $15,000 redoing the engine and stuff like that. And he loves to race, and he goes out and he does all these four wheelers and all this stuff. So we're talking about the cars and racing and stuff. And then one of my dad's friends that he grew up with, he owns a trucking company, and he was telling us, he was showing us that his son graduated from high school, 18 years old. He had just bought him a Hellcat, and there he was talking about, he was racing his son. They go out to the abandoned airport and they racing his son. He got a Lexus, his son got a Hellcat, and he's racing that. And so we're talking that talk, and then next thing you know, I'm going back talking to some of my friends and stuff I grew up with, and I have to be mindful that that conversation I can have that conversation with them But the other conversations, I had to kind of turn it a little bit and not saying that you dim your light and stuff, but you gotta be mindful of where you're talking. So with that conversation, I try not to talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing like that. That might be a little that might seem to be like you bragging and boasting and stuff. So I'm gonna bring this guy in real quick, the golden rule. So with that, you wanna be mindful when you start going to business. How you're actually talking around family and friends. Some people you can have those conversations, and y'all can be rejoiceful and happy that people are succeeding. Sometimes you're going to have to actually you be happy and succeeding, but you're not going to be able to let everything out. And I think that's what happens. Sometimes I let some too much stuff out, and some resentment might come from some people. Okay, we got the golden rule applies. You're on. Can you hear me? Golden rule applies. Can you hear me? See if I can get him on here. Golden rule applies. You're on. Uh, I guess he'll unmute in a second. Um, but yeah, so like I say, I found out that family and friends thought that I had actually stole their ideas, and I guess like I say, I'm the worst person in the world for stealing people ideas. But I was glad we did have the conversation that we had, and some other stuff they told me too that they felt like I had done that was wrong. And I was glad we had those conversations because I didn't know they felt that way. But it's a learning experience for me too. Because like I tell them, I say when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm not doing it. And you all the stuff that I'm experiencing, you all gonna experience it too. Because I was telling them the stuff that I'm doing, I'm not doing it out of malice or being spiteful or anything. But a lot of times when I'm going out and I'm going to start a business, I have to have tunnel vision almost, getting that business up and running, getting that objective met. I got to go do that. I'm not allowed to listen to a lot of people and naysayers and stuff. They'll take me off course. It's kind of I told them it's kind of like it was watching the NBA playoffs. I said it's kind of like somebody, you going up to a 1-1, and you down by one. You gotta make these two shots, and you at the and you the visiting team. The crowd gonna be cheering and yelling at you and doing all this stuff to make you miss, and you gotta block all that out in order to not throw two baskets down. But the same thing goes with business. When I'm going out and I'm starting these businesses, I'm like the guy who's I'm like the guy that's a visiting team coming in. I'm at the free throw line with a 1-1 trying to win the game. The crowd's going to be going off and doing everything to try to make me miss, and I got to tone all of that out. That's what I'm doing when I'm starting my business. It's not that I'm being mean and facetious. I can't listen. And when I'm asking them questions, I'm not coming there trying to steal your ideas. I'm doing that, trying to get some involvement. A lot of times now it's not as bad because of ABC. I have hundreds of people that I can talk to about business anytime now. Prior to ABC, I ain't have nobody I could talk to. So I would just talk to family and friends. But now, because all of us talk now almost daily about some business idea that we got running, because we can't talk to anybody else. So it's safe amongst us because and we even help do some research for people, and nobody thinks that we're trying to steal anything because we know what's up. But unfortunately, going to some people who don't necessarily have a business, they might look at it as you starting to steal their business. And even I found out some of my workers, people who work for me, they felt like that even though I was paying them to do a job, they felt like that I what's it called. I stole their ideas or I used them, and I was trying to tell them, when you all come work for me, we're a small company, And the reason you have to write out the procedures and processes, because what happened, I let them do their job, and then I make them write out how they do their job, and they're looking at it as if I don't know what I'm doing. No, he didn't even know what he's doing. I had to write this what they told me. I come work for you, and I had to write everything out what I done because you didn't know what you were doing. I had to put all that together, and I was telling them I know how to do it, but I don't want to write it out. So what I do, I bring you in, I tell you how to do it, and then I'll let you write it out so that you can refer back to your notes and this and that. And then once you leave, I got my policies and procedures together, and I can pass that to the next person. I know how to do the job, and it's easier for me starting off to walk you through and have you actually write it out because that's your job. I don't want to write it out. I'm a terrible speller and all that. So I want you to write it out, and then once you write it out and you go back and you make the change, whenever you see changes need to be made and stuff, you go back and change it. When you're done and you get relieved, I got something I can hand to the next person coming up. It's not that I didn't know it. It's just the fact I'm paying you to do it. So getting them to see that, and I think that's where a lot of that stuff comes from. Where we're thinking, especially when we're working with bigger corporations, we're thinking that the manager or whoever don't know what they're talking about. It's not. It's just the fact that I pay you and I want you to do that task for me. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing. And I think because now they don't in a big company they don't get to see the bigger picture. They only all they saying if they just writing it, they don't know why and this and that. They think the guy don't know what he's doing. But I think when now that we're having businesses that we're building from scratch and stuff, and we can see the whole entire business, our kids and grandkids gonna be better off from that because they know why you're doing all these things in between, and especially they also be if some of them do decide they want to go into corporate America, they'll also be better in corporate America because they will know why they're doing stuff, and they'll be looking for stuff to fill in gaps of stuff that they didn't know that they could bring back to us if they were to decide to go into corporate America and whatnot. I'm gonna read a little bit what we got in the chat, and then I'm gonna be getting out of here. Like I say, it's Memorial Day, and I want to spend a little bit more time with my family. How folks aren't truthful now. They steal your ideas, pretend as if it was all there. Yeah, some people do. I found out, me personally, I found out most people. I'll move the camera down a little bit so I can get my ugly face back on here. There you go. I found out most people, if you told them what you're going to do in a business, they're not going to do it anyway. You can give them all the instructions you need, but they're not gonna do it anyway. So they don't. It doesn't matter if you tell them or not. There's too much work involved in getting the business up and running. They're not gonna do it. Hey, what's up, Greg B? Hey, how you doing? Untamed Kango. Hey, howdy, folks. Howdy, Mike. All right. Engineer and appliance repair. Good evening, Mike. Hey, what's going on? Mr. Junior Money. What's going on, brother Mike? Hey, how you doing? Doing good. Hey, how you doing? 89 Dr. Funk. DCNF. What's good? All right. All right. What's good, ABC fam? Okay. Solid steps to wealth. I'm here for it. There you go. How you doing, Miss Ward? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a call Wednesday, Miss Ward. Like I said, thanks for reaching out to me and all that. I appreciate it. And I had everybody who I didn't get a chance to call this week, last week because of the circumstance with my father. I'll be turning your phone call. And also, if you want to talk on Wednesday, you can call me from 1 to 4, 919-373-5526. All right, Perry Jones Jr. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, hello, Miss Ward. Hope you took a break today. Yeah, Miss Ward works nonstop. Sean C., what's going on? Good to see you, Sean. All right, uh, DLV Mark. Tell me everything. There you go. Okay, just teach. Mike, I'm looking for a one-ton dump like the Chevy you got. Any leads? I'd love to hear from you. I'm out of Kinston. I got mine from the state surplus. Slick got his from the state surplus. He has one also. He might be. He get mad if I say this, but he might be willing to sell. One time he told me he thought about selling his. But I doubt it. He keep it around like mine too, so he gonna use it for stuff, I guess. But one time he told me he thought about selling it, but they're getting harder and harder to find because now a lot of people they use them for construction. I use mine for my dumpster. Um, I use it this weekend. I'm gonna have to remove some trees. I gotta limb up some trees in my yard, and I'll be bringing mulch for the community and stuff like that. So I constantly use it all the time. But yeah, they're getting harder and harder to find. Look at the North Carolina State Surplus; they have them for sale, and you usually can grab one there. That's how I got mine from. All right. Good evening, family. Okay, Wayside Bullies. All right. Good to see you. We're doing fine, DLV Mark. We're doing fine. Everybody's doing great. Thank you, Tadarick Narek. I appreciate that, man. Uh, Salute to Grandmaster Mike at ABC Fam. Thanks. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, my app? Okay. Was it their idea to start appliance boot camp and you took it? Laugh out loud. Uh, yeah, no, I actually can't. They actually told me that too. They're saying that not so much the appliance boot camp, but they said that I what you call that they told me I was a what they say they said I was a failure at it. And I said, how did I fail at appliance boot camp? And they said what happened. I started off, as you all know, I was teaching high school kids, trying to get the high school kids to take it, and I wasn't no boot camp. I was actually paying them to get them to actually let me teach them, hoping I could get some subs, get some workers. So they said you started off teaching the high school kids, then now you're selling this course. What happened? Why you couldn't teach the kids? I said, well, I thought, I said, that's what happened in business. In business, you think one thing, you have these ideas of one thing, and then once you get going, the marketplace will tell you something totally different. They'll tell you all your answers. So I thought that the kids, high school kids, and middle school kids, and I thought the parents would be interested in actually having their kids come to appliance boot camp. Not appliance boot camp then, but just come to the store to work to make some money. I thought and learn a skilled trade. I thought they would be interested in it. It was just a little bit too early for the skilled trade. It's still today. It's still a little bit negative, negative thought about the skilled trade. That you're not smart enough to go to college, so that's why you're doing the skilled trade. That you're getting dirty, no money in it. That thought was real prevalent when I was pushing that back then. It's not like now where everybody's trying to get into the skilled trades. So what happened with that? I was going to do that, but then when JT and I hooked up, and I saw I didn't know YouTube. I was just doing Facebook, and if you do Facebook, you realize only people who really see your stuff that you put out is family and friends, people that you are friends with. So the people I was sending off, they were seeing me do all my stuff with my business, and I was coming on talking about business. Only people seeing those family and friends, and they're calling me crazy, calling me Kanye West is crazy. I'm gonna do. I got a video coming out this week too. The lady that was homeless, she came up while I was shooting one of her videos, and we had a conversation. And Lord knows she called me Kanye West too. So I must be crazy. She told me, she said, I know who you remind me of now. I said, who? So you remind me of Kanye West. I said, God no. I told her, I said, yeah, all my family say the same thing. But anyway, they were seeing it, and they said I couldn't do that. I couldn't get the kids and stuff to buy into it, which I couldn't. But then I realized the person that I needed was the 35 to 55 year old man that was looking to start a business. We have women that's doing it and doing it very well, but that's the majority of the people. 90 some percent of people call are 35 to 55-year old men. And so I said that's how I found out who was it and who I need to be selling to. I switched it up and I listened to the marketplace, so it works. And so now, if I wanted to now to swap it back and go to the actual go to the high schools, I can now actually be able to do that. And that's one of the things I'm thinking about doing is actually next year having the high school and maybe turning using my apartments as dorm rooms, having the high schoolers come because now I got a demand. I got we got all these people all across the country who want text, and now I got a demand I can send them to. So now it will actually work. But in the past, no, it didn't work. It didn't work. Not the way I thought it was. Yeah, there you go, Marcus Hurst. Ideas are a dime a dozen. Action is where it's at. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, uh, with the action, there's a lot of work attached to the action, so nobody wants to do it. Um, what are they accusing you of stealing? They say Mr. O. They say I steal their business ideas. They tell me because I just talk to them about business and different stuff I'm thinking about doing, and they give me their advice, and they look at that as if I'm stealing from them, stealing their business ideas, which I'm not. I'm just really doing a people's poll. That's really what I'm doing. But they look at it as I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just coming there getting their ideas. Hey, what's up, Michael Campbell? All right, good to see you. Maybe they are mad because they didn't take the action or afraid to. I think that some of it is. I think some of it is what they call the sour grapes. No, I ain't want to anyway because I don't want those grapes anyway because they're sour. I think some of it is sour grapes where they because they are afraid to go out and take that initiative to go out and start a business that they can just say that it's easier to say Mike Sneed stole it from me. I gave Mike Sneed that idea, and he ran with it. And he made the money. I didn't get nothing from it, so it's easier to say that. And you got an excuse from somebody else. I gave this guy all my ideas, and he took all the money from it and didn't give me none. So I think that makes it easier for them to say that. All right, frostbite, air and heat. Okay, way to go. Blessing on blessing, ABC fan. Haven't been able to catch it live in a minute. I've been going back and watching. Everyone keep up the good work. Thanks, thanks. Yeah, no, I got some new stuff coming out. If you hadn't seen already, I actually I done the thing where I was gonna do the 1 to 2 compressor change outs per week to actually pay for my daughter's first year in college. Well, I got it. I got 18,100 from changing these compressors. Took me about uh, maybe what was it? I forget now. I lost track. Maybe 3, 4 months. I've done it just doing compressor change outs. It took me about 3 to 4 months, and I was able to get it. Now I thought I was gonna have all the way until August, September, but I'm glad I started early. It's crazy how the universe tells you what to do. I'm glad I started early because the first tuition payment, the first payment for the for for the fall semester is due at the end of June. So at the end of June, I got paid the fall semester. And if I had waited and like I was going to do, wait and start on it after she graduated, I wouldn't have had the money up. But I got the money. It's gonna be right at about 20,000 per year. What I want to do now, I'm doing it just like I teach you all to do in the 5 bank accounts, where I tell you get you 3 to 6 months of your living expenses saved up, and then from there you can start pulling money out of your 25% owner's pay and keep paying yourself and have steady funds and it'll never deplete it. But that same thing, I got 1 year saved up already. So now what I can do, I can actually now what I used to pay for private school, I'm going to continue paying that amount, but I'm just going to pay it into that account where we got her college tuition in. So every month I'm going to continue paying the private school bill to that account, and then as every time she get ready to make a payment, need to buy books or whatever, we'll just pull it from that account, and we'll do that. She's going to school for nursing. If she's going to grad school or anything, I'll just continue that account. And I might just keep that account going. Now that it's funded, I might just let it keep going and keep putting that money in. And then if I get grandkids and stuff like that, there I have money to be able to send my grandkids and stuff to school. So I might just, I think I'm just gonna let it keep going since I got it on auto right now anyway. So now what I'm doing, you'll see a video coming out probably tomorrow. It worked out good. I'm actually getting the hang of the compressor. I still hate going to work on Tuesdays, but I'm getting the hang of the compressor. But the problem is my vehicle. I've been doing it in a little Kia Soul, and it's just totally unorganized, and that's one of the things that I hate about it. It's unorganized, and the tanks are rattling, hidden in the back, and all that. I need to straighten that out. So what I've done, I went and got a tank holder and stuff like that, and I'm putting that in my actual Kia Soul, and I'm turning that into my little seal system car. And I think I'm going to continue out here doing the seal system on Tuesdays. It's great money. I'm actually learning a lot more about the seal systems. It's a learning thing for me that I'm actually getting to out here and do. And it's worth it for me to go out there for a couple of hours. And it's good. So I'm going to take the money now. Now that I got the college funded, I'm going to take this money and I'm showing you all how to do it too. It's going to cost me about 45,000 to fix my building up. So now instead of me putting the money in to pay for my daughter's college, from now to the end of the year, I'm gonna take that little Kia Soul, and on Tuesdays I'm gonna go out and do seal systems, and I'm gonna get the 45,000 that I need to fix my buildings and pay for my buildings. And you all can do the same thing. You can if you take the course and you learn how to do, you take the course and you start your appliance repair business. You can just take if you don't want to do seal systems, you can just take 2 days. You could take one day and just say, okay, what I want to do on Saturdays, I'm going to take Saturdays and devote it to nothing but real estate. And you can do that. Whatever money you make on Saturdays, you just take all that money and you put it into a real estate fund. And at the end of 6 months or a year, you take that money and you go buy your piece of real estate. And same thing, you take Saturdays and go fix it up. You get the money to fix it up. So that's what I'm doing now. We starting on that. We starting working this week. Really working next week on it, but we're gonna start this week. Doing some demo and getting some little bit more demo, getting everything prepped. Hopefully next week I can get the roof fixed, and then we'll be going in to frame. And that's the other thing too. Lumber and stuff is so expensive. We'll be going in to frame and rough in everything upstairs, and start on that journey. So I want to have that done. Giving myself to the end of the year. If the lumber prices and stuff won't so high, I could probably be done in about 3 months. But we're gonna start knocking that out. So you're gonna see that journey there too. All right. Hey, what's up, Todd Burt? ABC fan, what's going on? Wild Williams, what's going on? They call me on the regular. That's good. Man, we got a lot of chats going on. Mr. Mike, when you gonna start that Empire class? Uh, I don't know about the Empire class. Hopefully in 2 years I can start the real estate class. Because then my real estate will really be kicked in. Because way I want to do it, I'm gonna finish this building here. After I finish this building, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna push down. I got two houses on the end of a block. I'm gonna go push those down, and I'm gonna build a fourplex out there. And after I finish the fourplex, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be done with that real estate. That should be enough to hold us. All these pretenders, you were the only one who showed me how to start a business. All right, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. What's good, BK from the Rockies? All right. Lawrence Jones, greetings, Mike and ABC fam. I just saw the notification. Yeah, they're slow. All right. DLV Mark, I came from money. My family had businesses. They did not show me anything. Wow, I can't believe that. Well, I can't believe it. Well, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Um, I can't believe it. If I can't believe that they did not want to show you, or did you not want to learn? I have a young man who's working with me. His father is very, very successful in business. but he doesn't want to listen to his father. I don't think. I don't know the whole story, but I can't realize why he don't go work for his father. His father is very successful in business, but he wants to do things his way. I wonder, was it something like that with you and your father? I can't imagine him not, your family not wanting you to go into the business. Um, uh, Warren Davis. Wow, it's sad, but you have to remind people a little that everyone's replaceable, and you will thrive with or without them. Yeah, you all are gonna get the same thing. Y'all gonna have the same thing happen. Oh, how you doing, Ontario? I stopped by to see you yesterday, brother. I've been praying for you guys. Okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be back in the office tomorrow afternoon, probably around about 4 or 5 for a little bit. Then after that, I'll be here every day. I appreciate that, Ontario. Okay, thanks, Wild Will. Say he apologize for my pops. I've been there. Words can't explain. One day at a time, live forever. Okay. Uh, thanks. I appreciate that. Quentin Hodge, what's going on? Uh, Garrett Griffin, what's going on? All right, they got that going on. Oh, Major Mosby, ain't seen you in a while. What are all these talkers doing for the kids, though, Mr. Sneed? You have kids and you're helping grown men, brother. Truly incredible what you've done here, saying for JT. Yeah, yeah. With that, like I say, a lot of it is a lot of it is. I don't. I still refuse to think it's hate. I think they really truly think they're trying to help me. I think they really truly believe that that I don't know what I'm doing. They truly believe that I don't know what I'm doing. Kanye's a billionaire, and they think that man, and they think it's an insult. Yeah, it is. It is. Kirk, it's slick. If Mike ever discuss a business idea with you, be glad he finds your opinion worthy enough to listen to your ideas. Thanks, I appreciate that. But yeah, oh yeah, frostbite, air, and heat. Brother, that compressor money hit different. Yeah, it does. And believe it or not, I didn't. It accumulated so fast. I didn't know I had that much. It was funny. My wife told me. She said, you know, the payment. You gotta have the payment ready by the end of June. I was like, but school don't start till September, where you gotta have your payment in ready to go by end of June. And I was like, wow, okay. Uh, so I was like, let me see how much I got. And so I went through and counted everything, and I came back. I got like 18. She was like 1,800. I said, no, I got like 18,000. So she was like, oh, we good then. We can go ahead and put that, and she put it into another account and have a debit card strictly for that, just for them to pull the money out. Now with my oldest daughter, that was a little different. With her, she was on partial scholarship, so I just had to pay a monthly payment. I think the monthly payment for her wasn't bad. It was like maybe $300, $350 per month. That I just paid the monthly payment, and her scholarship paid the rest. And then when she went to grad school, that was just $5,000. Same thing. She had a scholarship, and it was just $5,000 flat. So that was easy. The first semester was 2,500. The next semester is 2,500. But this is the first time that I'm paying the whole amount for right now. We'll see later on if she gets some scholarships or something later on. Maybe I do. But that's how I was telling them. It was funny. I was telling my family that there was like my wife was like, well, she couldn't get no scholarships because a lot of scholarships are need based. They want to look at your financials and stuff like that, and say, well, we couldn't get any scholarships or anything. And I was like, she did get a scholarship from who? I said, Sneed Electrical and Appliance. She got a full ride. I'm like, they paying for it, but no, it's not the same. So a lot of the scholarships were need based, and with that, we she didn't qualify. Michael Campbell. Hey, Mike, don't let family and friends stop you from continuing what you do. Most people are jealous because they don't have the heart to execute their dreams or plans like you do. Yeah, they won't stop me, and and I've what you call. I've been. I done came to the realization because we're the first ones that's doing this, and you all gonna be running to the same thing. A lot of you all gonna be the first generation who start businesses and have successful businesses. And with that, y'all gonna run into the same stuff that I've ran into, that I constantly run into, where you're not gonna you're gonna have them. It's just something different and doing something totally different than what everybody else do. With that, you're gonna have the questions. You're gonna constantly be talking to them. You constantly gonna be proving yourself. You constantly gonna be like waiting for the. It's like everybody waiting for the other shoe to drop for something to happen. So you constantly gonna be have that up against your back. And same thing, like I laugh. I was telling them, I was like, it's these two guys back in my hometown, Mike Williford and Bill Frazier. They're buying up all the houses and stuff in the black community. And I was telling them, I said, here it is. I'm coming there trying to buy it, and they won't sell it to me. I had people. I asked them. I heard they were selling their property. I asked them, "You selling your property?" They were like, "Yeah." I said, "I'd like to buy it from you. I need to talk to Mike Williford first." I said, "What do you got to talk to him first?" Well, they said I need to talk to him first. He buying it, and then on top of that, the word has came out, somewhat like don't he gonna get himself in trouble. He got too much going on. Don't sell it to him because he gonna get himself in trouble. So that's the thing too. They think they're helping me by not selling it to me, keeping me from hurting myself. Kind of like don't give him no drink, like that. So yeah, decent enough sewer systems. They're good. They're good. Now, I will have to admit, TML when we first started Appliance Boot Camp, I didn't do seal systems. I said it wasn't worth it. TMM always said it was worth it, and I do them now. I still don't like them. I still don't like it. I don't like the seal system. I think TMM love the seal system stuff. I'm not so much. If I was a lot more into the technical side and got my joy out of that, I would enjoy it. It makes it breaks. It is something that you have to learn and study, and it's a totally different monster. I get more enjoyment off the business side. So I'd much rather be here tweaking my business. But I've been looking at it almost like a doctor, a surgeon almost, a surgeon. Somebody get in an accident, hey, you gotta run to the hospital to perform your surgery, perform the surgery on them. And you get paid, $200-300 an hour to do it. Well, same thing. I look at it as if somebody just had a heart attack and that compressor had a heart attack, and I got to go there and do the heart surgery, and I don't get $400 an hour to do it. So that's the way I'm looking at it, and that's the way I'm setting up my little truck, my little car, to do nothing but the seal systems. I just do them on Tuesday. I go out there, knock them out, and come on back. Lawrence Jones. It's been reported large distributors has been holding lumber and driving the price. I believe it. The prices are crazy. Almost to the point where I'm thinking about using metal studs up in this next building. It's cheaper than the lumber. Mrs. Sneed, when can I schedule a time to visit to possibly do some hands-on seal system? I'm ready to get it on and popping. 18,000 in 3 months. Yeah, the new courses are coming out. The new dates, and like always, the alumni. If you paid for the hands-on and you want to come back again, you come back anytime. We got a course. So look and see. I have the new dates coming out this week. You're gonna get an email from Teachable. From there, just choose a date you'd like to come, and just sign up and bring and pick that date, and just come on up here. We do the seal systems on Saturdays now. So yeah, so come on up. All right, so that's it. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Like I said, I got a video coming up of me fixing my actual little Kia Soul, turning that into a seal system. I can call it seal system response vehicle. That's what all I'm gonna do is the seal systems in those. And it, like I say, in about 3 months, I was able to actually. It was about 3 months. Three. Yeah, it was right at about 3 months. Some days I done two. I had a couple of sub zeros in there. There was like 19, 15 that I knocked out. So yeah, it was about 3 to 4 months. I was able to get that money together, and have one year of my daughter's college already paid for, and that feels good when you know that you get that stuff taken care of, and you the man, and I guess I am the man, and you know that's taken care of. I've been talking to some of my other friends that's trying to figure out a way how they're gonna get the college paid for their kids if they got to go take student loans and stuff like that out. But the fact that we're very blessed to be in the industry that we're in, where we can it affords us to make this type of money and have this type of demand for our services. And don't take it for granted that it's always going to be this way. So now, while you're making that money, I've seen a lot of you all now are starting to look to diverse and get y'all money elsewhere, otherwhere, and doing other things. You got to do that. Don't take this money and just spend it and trick it off. Please don't. Take this money and start diversifying it, put it into other little businesses, other stuff that you can make money off of. So if something was to happen into the appliance field, you'll still be okay. Right now, I kind of like in the real estate. I want to find me some raw land. That's the thing that I want right now. But my wife's telling me wait until I finish off all my other buildings. But with the price of lumber now, it might be cheaper for me to just get the raw land. I just want some raw land to have, just to have right now. I don't have any raw land, and I want some just to say I got some. So so that's what I'm kind of looking for right now. But yeah, like I was saying until I went off on that, take that money and instruct it to go do something to make more money for you. Because I don't know I don't know how long this will last. They've been telling me for the 20 years since I've been doing appliance repair that it's coming to an end. But it's getting these last couple of years the most money I've ever made in appliance repair, and it's getting more. Demand is getting more. The prices are getting better. So, but yeah. So if you hadn't already and you want to buy the course, go to appliancebootcamp.com. You can sign up. You can make it in monthly payments of $99, $850 for the actual online version, or you can pay 1,500 for the hands-on. Once I get the ice cream parlor module up, the price is gonna go up a little bit for the hands-on event. I'll keep the online where it's at, but the hands-on will be going up once I get the ice cream parlor in there. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll be back on Wednesday, and be looking out for your emails for the new dates. The new dates are coming out this week. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you later.